Welcome to another episode of You Know Ball, baby. Brought to you by the Run the Play Network. Yeah, I realized last episode I was like, damn, we're matching right now.
Hey, this is my new uniform, bro.
Yeah, hey,
this is my new uniform.
It looks good on you, bro.
Run it.
It looks good on you. It looks good on me.
It looks good on you, bro.
It looks good on you,
Come
man.
on,
Hey,
man.
hey, if you guys want a shirt, you could DM us on Instagram. We'll send it out. We'll hit you with the little price point. You know, maybe I'll cut you a discount if you tell me you love me. But how you doing, Phil? How you doing? How you feel?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's been. Do we want to say this has been the greatest NBA or even deadline in history of sports?
Greatest week of my life,
bro.
Honestly, deadline-wise, like between the NBA deadline and our fantasy basketball deadline, it's been insane.
You're like, that could probably be better.
Yeah, it's been insane. You want to tell them about your Matas trade before we get into Lakers stuff?
Oh, yeah. So, I have been losing bad. I lost my guys. I lost DeJounte Murray and Jalen Johnson. So, I was like, shoot, I can't win no more. So, you know what? Let me do some trades. Let me stack up on some picks. And so, I offered this one guy, because he really wanted Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Hardenstein, and Jimmy Butler, who is now traded, who I'm like, dang, but it's whatever, for Matas Buzelis and 3 first-round picks, or 2 first-round picks. And low-key, we're in a dynasty league, so I just really wanted picks, and I was kind of over it, and both of those injuries were like, I think I'm okay. Or no, I didn't put DeJounte Murray in. I put Jalen Johnson. But I was like, I'd rather just try to draft for a new superstar and just try to keep this thing going.
So you want DeJounte Murray traded too? Because I'll take him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Second round pick?
I'm going to put him on the trade block.
Second round pick?
Low-key, I'm looking for a first. First and a young player.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Today we're going to be going through, Phil's our local Laker analyst, He's our Laker guy on the staff here. So we're going to be going over 10 questions about the Luka and AD trade.
Got you.
We went live on Saturday when the trade dropped, so make sure you guys are subscribed to us. Turn the bell on to hear when we go live, when we post a video, when we really do anything. Drop a comment, show us love. Let's get into it. Before we get into the questions, I found a theory online. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I want to know what you think about it, okay? So there's a theory right now where the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic pretty much as a way to get a team in Vegas.
A team in Vegas?
Yeah, so they're saying that when the NBA expands, the Mavericks would sell and move to Vegas pretty much. Because they traded Luka Doncic so that the fans could kind of turn on them so that when they move to Vegas, it's not a big deal.
Oh my gosh.
Which is crazy.
That's an interesting theory.
It gets deeper, okay?
Oh no.
So in Texas right now, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks has been paying lobbyists to try to legalize sports betting out there. Yeah. And they're just not having it in Texas. Mm-hmm. So obviously the move to Vegas, there is sports betting there. Yeah. So they're saying that either they're going to move to Vegas or they're going to use that as leverage to legalize sports betting in Texas. They're going to say hey, if you don't legalize sports betting, we're going to move.
Huh. That's interesting. Also, I have Boom Fantasy, guys. At it.
Shout them out.
Shout them out real quick since we're going to talk about betting responsibly. Mm-hmm. But, wow. It's not like, it sounds believable like it does to me. It sounds like that could be something that could happen. But it's like, why leave Dallas? I feel like there's so much history, and I know they're mad, fans are mad about the Luka Doncic thing, but what would happen if they won a chip in Dallas? What happens if out of the blue they were to this team were to win them a chip? Would that change anything if this is really happening? I'm just saying.
I don't know. Well, this is what I think about it, right? The owner used to be Cuban. Yeah. Now it seems like even with Nico Harrison as the GM, they're in more of a money type of team rather than a basketball type of team, Mm-hmm. That's why they traded Luka, so they don't have to pay him an extra $100 million. So, that would make sense if they're trying to go to Vegas to cash out, because Dallas would probably be worth 500, 600 M's, and the owners could just pocket that, In a basketball sense, the move to Vegas doesn't make sense. Yeah. But in an ownership, greed type of sense, it does.
I'm just not realizing you meant Mark Cuban. I thought you meant the owner was Cuban. I was like,
just call him by race.
I was like, what the heck?
The owner Cuban.
My bad. You meant Mark Cuban.
Yeah,
I was like, why did you say that? My fault. But you know what? Like I said, it's believable. It's believable, and there may be a chance for that. But I mean, personally, for me, I would not want them to leave Dallas because low key,
I wouldn't either.
I love the whole San Antonio Spurs, Houston Rockets, and Dallas Mavericks thing. And they be battling each other sometimes, saying who's better in Texas. I like that, but if they were to move, I understand because money. Get the bets up, get more coverage, and honestly, Las Vegas got a pretty good fan base too. So I guess it wouldn't hurt. Las Vegas Mavericks.
That sounds trash.
Maybe try to switch it up, like
they gotta change the name for sure.
Like Seattle Supersonics to Oklahoma City Thunder.
Vegas. I don't know. Let's get to the questions.
Okay.
I was about to sit here for 5 minutes trying to think of a name. The first question I have for you, Phil. Dude, my voice is going out.
Hey, it's all good.
What would you grade the trade for the Mavericks?
Okay, for the Mavericks, personally, I'm giving them a B-.
Okay.
I'm giving them a B- because, yes, you did trade away your franchise player, Luka, for win-now pieces in Anthony Davis and Max Christie because you believe in defense wins games. I believe in that, by the way. But, yeah, I feel like a B- is fair because now you have a chance to win a championship.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yes, you can be mad all you want, but when this roster is good, when Anthony Davis is back, and when Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford are exchanging the 5 over and over again with AD at the 4, I think you guys are going to really love it. So I think a B- is fair.
Yeah, I think this team is definitely more well-rounded now.
Yeah.
They're real contenders. Like, they're a scary team because they are the yang to the yin. You know, like the rest of the league is trying to get three-point shooters. This team kind of built a big team with Kyrie Irving at the helm.
What would you grade this trade for the Dallas Mavericks?
I would give it an A. I mean,
Okay.
you got a top 10, 15 player in basketball and a first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like a valuable first-round pick.
Oh, yeah.
And Max Christie, who's pretty much, like I'd say a late first type of player.
Yeah.
So I think they got like a package. I don't want to hear the Laker tax no more, bro. Because they were only looking at the Lakers for this trade, man.
That is true. But all the other owners got mad and look, we had to trade a whole bunch for Mark Williams.
That's Mark Williams' value, though.
Hey, but he's injury prone.
Nah, don't be hating on your guys.
I'm just laying around. I get it. Low key, Rob Pelinka beat the Laker tax allegations, and we might be off of it finally.
There you go. Just only with Danny Ainge, there's Laker tax.
Bam, Danny Ainge. How you mess up, bro, like that? The Celtics probably looking at him like, all you had to do was ask. All you had to do was ask. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, apparently Danny Ainge did not know that this trade was to send Luka Doncic to the Lakers. He just heard JHS and 2 second-round picks, I believe, and he was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
He didn't ask what was going on. He just said, I'll take it.
Which I don't understand their involvement still. Like,
that was weird because they didn't send anybody out.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just receiving everybody, bro. They're a point guard for him.
Especially the 2 second-round picks. Like, because JHS maybe was a money move.
Yeah.
Like, what did the 2 second-round picks do? Like, they just dead-ass got picks for free.
That's what I'm saying.
They were calling him a crack addict. Oh, they were like, he seen this 2 seconds and was a crack addict.
Oh, man.
What would you grade the trade for the Lakers?
All right, so I'm on the same boat a little bit, but I'm giving them a B only because this is a huge risk. Because, well, both trades are a risk. We got a franchise player who the only question he has is his conditioning. Even though I think it kind of may work because he's with LeBron now, but I gave them a B because the moves they're making now make sense. And I don't know if they'll win a chip or whatever this year, but I think they have a good chance to build and do something with this lineup next year.
Do you think there's a possibility Luka leaves?
I don't think so. Because it's like, why? Like, you came to the Lakers, you talked all that big stuff about, like, this is a really good organization. Like, I'm excited, this and that. But also, Rob Pelinka has showed now that he's willing to build around you. Like, he's willing to get the pieces now for you, even though it should have been just like, oh, we got Luka, I'm good, I'm chilling, it's done, I ain't got to do nothing else. Like, we don't even got to make the playoffs. But now he's saying, like, oh, we got you, but we're trying to win now, bro. So, if anything, to me, that's a good sign if I'm the superstar and it's like, oh, my owner is trying to help me win now.
Yeah.
So, if I'm him, I would love to stay here and see how it goes. If you want to leave in, 4 years? By all means, request the trade and see what it's up. But I just think it's a good sign that Rob Pelinka is trying to help him win now.
When is his contract up? Not this year, next year?
I don't even think it is up. I think
because I thought the whole point was he's trying to get that extension.
Yeah, so I think that he's up for an extension after this year. But let me see, actually.
I got it.
Oh, thank you.
27, he has a player option.
Okay, 2027.
26, 27.
Okay.
So he's for sure here this year. He's for sure there next year, and then after that, you don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So,
but I could see him leaving. Like, I could see a world, and I would grade this trade at A for the Lakers too, just to put that out there. Mm-hmm. But there's a world where he leaves. Like, it made sense for him to stay in Dallas.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I was drafted here. They trusted me. Whatever. They traded up for me. Now, in LA, he doesn't really owe them that loyalty, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not saying it's likely he leaves. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying there's even possibility. I'd say 50-50.
Okay, that's not bad.
Especially because if he's there for LeBron, like when LeBron retires.
That just makes it harder on Pelinka's job to try to get another piece next to him.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
He loves.
Do you think Luka Doncic could end up like Joel Embiid? Because that was the Mavericks' whole concern.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so because I want to remember, how old is Joel Embiid? He's like 28, 30?
Probably 28.
So with Joel Embiid, he was eating out of control, in my opinion. Like, the way I heard apparently his order at Chick-fil-A was insane. It's basically, my bad. What I'm trying to say is he didn't...
That was just funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What I'm basically trying to say is he has unhealthy habits that were clearly seen. With Luka, I think that yes, he is overweight a little bit for a point guard, but I don't feel like it's drastic. I don't feel like it's as drastic as Joel Embiid, and I don't feel like he's going to get to that level. Mm-hmm. I think that now, since he's with LeBron James, I think that LeBron mentoring him, teaching him how to take care of his body, and even just being showing him how to be that superstar of the future. I think that wow,
we both could,
man,
bro.
Same thing. I think that this is good for him, and I think that this is gonna keep Luka away from messing up his body.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think it still could happen. I think just because he's playing with LeBron doesn't mean like he's going to be healthy. You know, yeah. Dallas was taking care of him and trying to. You saw him take the beer out of his hand. Like, they were trying to keep him right.
Wild.
At the same time, though, you never know, really. But I definitely could see it, like, him going down that path. I think he's obviously better than Embiid. I think when he's on the court, that team could make a finals. Like, we haven't seen Embiid in the conference finals. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
But that's also motivation, too. Like, I think that what Dallas said to him and the fact that they traded him away because of his conditioning, I feel like that will motivate him to want to get his body better too.
That's what you want, but like, you just don't. Like, I mean, this guy is like making 250 M's, you know? Like, you can't really like, what motivation does he need? You know, he's getting paid already. He's locked down.
That's true.
So, like, it just depends on the player, and we've kind of seen that in the history, like, he hasn't turned it around. Like, at least even Embiid has turned his health around. As far as like wideness, but you know he just is injury prone, which I don't think is a factor of like his weight or nothing like that, but maybe his weight led him to be injury prone.
Yeah.
We've got another question, but before that, let's hear a word from Boom Fantasy.
Man, okay, LeBron hit my parlay. Let's get it.
Oh shit, he hit it?
Yeah, bro. Look at this.
I won $200. I tailed your parlay.
How the heck did you win $200?
I used Boom Fantasy. I used their pick and spin, spun the wheel, got 10 times my money.
Bro, you gotta hook me up.
If you use code RTP, you could get a risk-free bet up to $100. Let's get back to the video. All right, thanks again at Boom Fantasy. My next question for you, Phil, is: did any team raise their ceiling with this trade?
That is a question. I think both teams did.
Really?
I think both teams did because with the Mavericks, once again, yes, you lost Luka, but you just became a defensive first team that is balanced, and now you are looked at as a contender. With the Lakers, I don't know where we were because everybody always saying we suck, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere we get a crazy win. They're like, oh, they can win this, win that. I think that this raises their ceiling for the future, in my opinion. I feel like this was a good move because this gives the fans hope after LeBron or because everybody was speculating if LeBron leaves, AD leaves too. Now you have the chance of hearing if LeBron leaves, you have Luka Doncic to build around. You have a 26-year-old that you can build around now who is 4 years away from 30, which is good. So now anything can happen in this, whether if it's like Rob Pelinka builds bad around him or Rob Pelinka builds good around him, there is still that future sense that something good can happen out of this. Yeah. And it can possibly lead to a championship in the next 3 years.
You think this raised the Lakers' ceiling this season at all?
I honestly have hope that yes, it does. Like, I think we get more wins now because we weren't really known as a defensive team at the start. We had AD, yes, but we didn't have Vando and a lot of our other defensive players for the start. And we were also 21st or 25th on the defensive rating chart. Defense. Yeah, terrible defense. So it's not like we really were known for defense. So we got better offensively. And we were known as an offensive team. So I'm like, maybe having that identity already improves us. And then what better person than Luka Doncic, who is an offensive king, to help with that?
I like what you said. I think future-wise, I think their ceiling is raised. Mm-hmm. I think the Mavericks have a better chance at winning the championship this season, even if that's a hot take. But I don't think this trade is what made the Lakers' ceiling go up. I think the Mark Williams trade is what made their ceiling go up because this season I thought it's get Luka. All right, you're cool, like you said
exactly.
earlier. But with the Mark Williams trade now, it's going up a lot. I do believe in this team. I think this team could win a championship like this season.
The Lakers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really do, bro. Like between you have Luka and LeBron on the same team, and now you have like a very great defensive center. Mm-hmm. It sucks because I think like their big man rotation is still awful. Yeah. Like if they match up against Jokic, they're gonna get fucked. Mm-hmm. But if they match up like against OKC, I could see them giving us trouble. I could see them giving Minnesota trouble. Mm-hmm. Like teams like that, maybe Memphis. But it's interesting. It's interesting for sure.
I'm very excited, man.
I am too. I'm excited to watch on Saturday live on YouTube.
I hope he plays though. I hope he does.
Is he not? Is there speculation he won't?
They're guessing that he will, but I think that he may play next week. That's my guess.
They flexed it to ESPN.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. That's what made me feel like he's playing for sure.
So low key, hopefully he does play. I just if I'm betting, I'm probably saying next week.
Okay. What moves do you think the Lakers should make in the offseason?
All right. So this one is tough because, the Mark Williams thing, now I'm like, shoot, there's no reason to really go after Miles Turner, but I would still love for them if the Pacers were to mess up and Miles Turner's angry and he's like, if they were to lose in the playoffs, like really bad, and Miles Turner's angry, I'd be like, go after him. Maybe get a Miles Turner, Mark Williams type thing going. Trade away some guys to make room for that. Or you try to go after a forward. Like, before the Mark Williams trade happened, I was like, Miles Bridges. I would love to see Miles Bridges over here. And then, like, if LeBron were to retire, you have Luka and Miles Bridges. And I was like, that'd be interesting. But I guess now you got guards. Just go after forwards and 3-and-D players and then maybe get another center.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like they could use some spot-up shooting in another center. Mm-hmm. Because I think, like, Miles Bridges or players of that archetype they could create. But, you got Luka, LeBron, and AR. Like, you don't need that no more. You need dudes who could come in there and fit around them. Mm-hmm. And Miles Bridges low-key can do that, too, because we're seeing that with LaMelo. Like, even if it's not just catch and shooting, but I want to see, like, Don Connect. I think they need more guys like that could fit around. Or I would really like to see a stretch 4.
I would love... Well, that's one interesting thing I was thinking about, because if we don't trade Maxi Kleber, I would actually like to keep him.
Yeah, I think he fits good. Or like a Santi Aldama.
That too.
Like dudes like that I think would be very systematically nice. Like I would probably start Maxi over Vando.
I would do that. I would do that
Because you
because
have
there's
Mark
chemistry.
Williams now.
I would love to see a lineup like starting where if this whole team is if this whole roster is healthy, I would love to see a roster where it's Austin Reeves at the 1, Luka at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Max Kleber at the 4, and then Mark Williams at the 5. I would love to see that because that's a big lineup, and I would love to see the movement.
Yeah, it would be interesting. And even Maxi's a good defender.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not some scrub or nothing.
Yeah.
He's decent. So that team's interesting. Again, this Lakers team is going to be fun this year for sure.
And then maybe even DFS at the 4 with Maxi Kleber at the 5. Sorry.
Yeah, that could work too. That's a lineup where it's like, that's the type of lineup I'm putting out there if it's just Luka or just LeBron out there.
Yeah.
Like, I got LeBron, and then I got all these, like, kind of shooter dudes around him. What type of player should the Mavericks draft in the offseason?
Oof.
Because they have a really good all-around roster. But what do you think, like, maybe they could develop behind the scenes, or you think they should go after maybe an older dude who's more win now? What do you think?
So now that you have all these guys that are a little bit older and are now win now players, I wrote down that they should probably, because they have a pick in the first round and they have a pick in the second round. So I was like, you guys should probably go after a scoring guard in the first round because there's a lot of them that are really good. And then in the second round, I was saying get like a 6'7", 6'8" floor spacing forward with guard skills.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like Tyler Smith last year?
Like
dudes like that? Because I feel like that's...
Yeah, I would go for that. I think that you need to go after shooting guards and forwards from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're already big enough. You got 3 bigs that are really, like, defensive-minded and can score. And then you also have Kyrie and Klay Thompson along with Spencer Dinwiddie as your backup point guard. So it's like you don't need a crazy out-of-this-world guard. You just need somebody who can come in, do their job. I feel like somebody better than Dante Exum.
I would like them to get a change of pace type of guard.
Ooh.
Like, you got Kyrie and Hardy, who I think are scoring type of point guards. If you could get someone more like old school, like a Tyler Kolek in the modern NBA, I guess, TJ McConnell, someone like that, where like Kyrie's going out there giving you buckets. Now you got more of a defensive playmaking type of guard out there. I think that would be my primary focus for that team. Maybe a stretch big because you have so many good big men. Like, having another one that could just knock down shots would be nice. I got a noti. I thought there was a trade. I'm not gonna lie.
It is a trade, but it's a small one. It's a carryover of the Jimmy Butler trade, the 5-team deal. What's his name? Patrick Baldwin Jr. from the
Wiz, right?
The Wizards. He's going to the Spurs now.
Okay, that's interesting. I like PBJ.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about... Did I skip something? Oh, no. Okay. Who will be better in the next 5 years? The Mavericks or the Lakers?
Who would be better in the next 5 years? I feel like that's the Lakers.
Okay.
I feel like it's got to be the Lakers because I feel like we got younger, and I feel like there's a better chance for us to win in the next 5 years than the Mavericks because I feel like their window is now and next year. Like, I don't know about after that. I don't even know if Anthony Davis or Kyrie may stay, but I feel like now is their time. So in the next 5 years, I feel like the Lakers, it may be their time as well.
I agree. I think it's the Lakers, too. I think, like, you get Luka Doncic, bro, figure it out. Like, that's what I've been saying. Like,
exactly.
People mad about no big men. People mad about just a bunch of different things. Like, as far as the Lakers' construction went before they got Mark Williams, now it's like, you have Luka, bro. Like, you really going to be mad about, like, not having anything? Like, you have Luka. Luka's going to attract players. You're going to figure it out.
But this is exactly why it switched me up from being mad about this trade to being excited about this trade because Rob Pelinka woke up. Like, and now he's, like I said before, he's trading for those pieces now. So I have hope that he can actually do the right thing, sign or trade for players in the future that are going to fit around Luka.
Yeah.
And maybe Austin Reeves.
Even the Mark Williams trade, bro. Like, that was probably Pelinka's best move as the Lakers GM. Other than, obviously, trading for... No, AD was Magic or AD was Pelinka?
AD was Pelinka.
Okay, then AD probably. But I also think, like, Mark Williams, like, that's a... And we haven't seen it yet, but that was a fit trade defender. Like, he does it all, kind of. I think it's the first time where they trade for a guy, and it's more about what the player does rather than the player's name.
Yeah.
Because Luka, like, if you go trade for Luka, if you're gonna get Luka, like you're gonna trade for Luka.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm not gonna give Pelinka credit for that because that's just like he could like. You're not gonna say no. What fucking GM would say no? Even the Thunder, it's like, oh, we got to give up Jalen Williams and whoever for like we're gonna take fucking Luka Doncic.
Do a little SGA Luka duo.
Exactly. Like so, I'm not gonna give Pelinka credit for that, but the Mark Williams trade, I'm gonna give him credit for because he cooked there. Yeah. He absolutely cooked.
And the fact that he used those assets from like because he negotiated not to use those assets in the Luka trade to get a Mark Williams, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that is true. That's 100% true. That Nico, man, Nico got to lock in.
I think he's doing a good job though. I think Nico's doing a good job now to build around win now.
What pissed me off more than anything was the press conference.
Oh yeah, with him and Jason Kidd.
Yeah, he pissed me off, man, because he wasn't saying nothing. Like he's just out there smiling. Like talk about basketball a little bit, you know? Like it's more just like the Luka smear campaign, bro, is dumb because he's a top 5 player. Like, it's Luka fucking Doncic.
Like, if you just wanted defense, bro, you should have just said you wanted defense.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole conditioning thing, I feel like that was a little... All right, that was kind of stupid. Because you do realize you're going to have to play him in the West still. So...
I would love for them to match up in the first round.
Bro, I would love it too. It can if they make it out the play-in. Or make it into the play-in. Or actually, they're in the play-in right now, right?
They might be a playoff team. Like 6.
I don't think they're 6.
Oh, they're 8.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, we could get a 4-5 maybe? Or hopefully. If the Lakers slip a little, we could get a play-in game?
We probably could slip a little, but, like, I just want to make the playoffs. But I would love to play the Mavericks just to see, like feel that pressure, who was, like, right and who was wrong.
That's like, what you play for, bro. That's that intensity. Right now, if the Mavericks were to make the playoffs, they'd play us, bro. I don't want to play them. I want to play the Suns.
I think everybody want to play the Suns right now.
That's who I want to play.
After how they were trying to trade KD, I would love to play him, bro.
I want to play the Suns for sure.
I can see KD once they go down by like 9 or 10 points. He's like, man, F this, I'm out, bro.
They might not even make the play-in, bro, because I think the Warriors are gonna get in there.
Warriors possibly could steal it.
They're a team that actually needs to make a move. Like I didn't really realize that they desperately need to make a move.
Yeah, the Suns for sure.
Yeah, they're thirsty for it. But back on track a little bit. This question I think is interesting because everyone knows Anthony Davis is one of the best defenders of all time. But will Anthony Davis ever in his career win Defensive Player of the Year?
Okay. So I'm not trying to be like crazy with this. I had a little thought to it. But I believe now that he's with the Mavericks, yes.
Really, why?
I think he can possibly win it. Only because now, with the Lakers, yes, we had Austin Reeves. Yes, we had LeBron James, and they were supposed to be taking care of it. But the whole focus was get the ball to AD, let him rock out, let him get a rhythm, let him start it. I feel like now with the Mavericks, the owner's saying we're trying to win because of defense, defense, defense. I feel like that means that he's going to let Kyrie and Klay Thompson, and I don't know who the three's going to be, but they're going to be the focus of the offense. And then AD has a chance now to do whatever he can to just stop other teams from scoring on the inside.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like this may be a good pathway for like his defense to actually show for other people. Because I feel like as a Laker, yes, it showed, but I feel like they also like it was mainly he was scoring that set everything off, and also we weren't the best defensive team like as a whole.
Yeah.
But with the Mavericks, they now have 3-and-D players, and they also have centers, and he could play help side at the 4 now, which was where he was good at. So I think he has a chance to definitely win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know about this year, but next year, yes.
I think as a something you kind of touched on was the team.
Yeah.
Like the Mavericks are going to be a top defense in the NBA.
Yeah.
So like that matters when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Rudy era is ending, the Wemby era is starting.
Yeah.
I think next year is his chance. I think if he don't get it next year, bro, he might be good. Because also you got to think about Chet. Like Bam could still win a Defensive Player of the Year, especially with that team, because that team is well rounded now. They're a good defensive team now.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting for sure. There's a lot of dudes. I mean,
hey, next year, bro. It's gonna be a fun NBA season, bro.
Yeah.
Just to see him fully fledged, go through a training camp, and then go in. I'ma love it.
And with the draft class.
2025, bro.
That's the year of hoops, boy.
2025 draft class. Oh my gosh.
How many years do you think LeBron has left?
I am going to say, in my opinion, 2 years.
2?
I'm going to say 2.
So he plays out the Luka contract?
I say he plays next year, and then he retires after.
Damn. You think we get a retirement tour, or you think we get a quick retirement?
Or my bad. He gets a retirement tour after.
So next season he gets a retirement tour?
Nah, so he plays like a regular dude next year. After that, goes on his retirement tour.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
You know, LeBron could do something interesting here.
What's up?
With Luka, like we all know LeBron and Luka. Luka's favorite player is LeBron.
Yeah.
What if LeBron plays until Luka signs an extension, and then he dips?
I would love that.
That could be like
his way of getting out the Lakers is having us get a young player and have him sign an extension. Apparently, people are saying top 5, potential top 5. I'll take that.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to think about it like that, bro. Like, that's why I'm saying Luka could leave. Because if LeBron's not there, then like, you got to trust Lakers management, and Lakers management hasn't been amazing in the last 5-10 years. So, interesting. Just an interesting thought. LeBron could definitely secure Luka.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
But I think that could happen.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Your final question, Phil. Can JHS hoop in Utah?
You know what? At first, I was going to say no. But they were high at drafting him in the, what was it, the 2023 NBA draft? So I think he could have a chance to. I think that him and Lauri Markkanen and maybe even Walker Kessler could have a little fun, set up some really fun plays and everything. But I don't know. I think that it would be also cool to see because they have so many guards now.
Yeah, I don't think he's. That was a bullshit ass last question.
There was Keontae George, Isaiah Collier. I feel like maybe if anything, I don't know. That's tough.
Clarkson, Sexton.
Well, I mean, they might trade those two.
I don't know, bro. It's getting late, and I feel like we're not hearing about them. We're hearing about DeAndre Hunter.
Hey, we still have 3 hours.
Wait, is deadline today or tomorrow?
Today.
Oh, shit. I thought it was tomorrow.
At noon.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got 3 hours. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see any big there's no more big trades left, right?
There's still a speculation of Kevin Durant, but I don't think he's going to get moved.
I don't think so either.
That'd be stupid.
You guys comment down below what the big trade is if we missed it at the deadline. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Shout out Boom Fantasy. Use code RTP. Phil, anything else you want to say?
Yes, sir. Make sure to add us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'm your man, Phil. Also hit that bell. This my man, Ant-Man. We out, and let's bounce.
Let's bounce, baby. Boom.